Hey everybody, it's me, Liv, and I'm actually back for something I haven't done in a while, which is my Salvage Sundays. So today I'm going to be taking a bunch of scraps that I've had in my pile and actually do something with them. Some of these are made with sprays, some of these are made with Lindy Gangs, these are from gel plates, and I figured it's time to actually use them. So I bought this die online, got it off of Amazon, and I thought I'm going to go ahead and use this die that cuts out the two layers of the flowers. Just simply put some glue, put it down, and then that card is pretty much done. All it really needs is a sentiment, because with all these beautiful details of the die, as well as with the colors that are in the paper, I thought it would went really well. If you're wondering what glue I'm using, I am using some art glitter glue. I haven't really tried anything other besides this. It works pretty good, though it is still pretty messy. So I'm going to think about some ways in the future how I can get it to be less messy. But anyway, as you can see, aren't they just really cool with just these colors here? I just love the way this die ended up coming out. So next I'm actually just going to move on to using one of the backgrounds that I had created from stencils. Now I'm pretty sure this is from a bunch of sprays, and what I ended up doing is just taking that stencil and putting it on a spare, and when I flipped it upside down to get the effect that you see, pulling out one of my Taylor Expression silhouette stamps. Inking it up really good using some, I think in this one I actually used my Stays On, because since it is a silhouette, I feel like that gives me the best level of black that I usually can. And of course, I got this first impression, which I thought was pretty good, but just not as black as I'd like it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. And this time I'm going to use my stamp press, my DIY one that I created, really to kind of give me a little bit more of leverage in order to put some pressure on it. So now that I have that all, this is really what it looks like. And I just love this look because it kind of reminds me of like that whole sunset kind of look you have with the oranges and the yellow. So now I'm actually going to go back to that very first one that I did, which is the die with the multiple colors in there, that with the flower background. And what I'm going to end up doing is actually gluing it onto some vellum, because I thought that that would be a nice way to encompass that space that's behind and really give it a finished look. So again, just taking my art glitter glue, taking my vellum, then I'm going to go ahead and trim it out. And really, we're doing it this way. I'm not too worried about the glue coming through like you sometimes do get with vellum, where if you use glue, even if it dries clear, you still kind of see a glare of it, which is super annoying. So usually if you use vellum, I would tell you to use a, if you're using it in a way, to use a double-sided adhesive, but because of the way this die is, this really wasn't conducive to that. So I think this vellum added just the perfect touch that I needed for the back of this card. Now I'm going to move back to that same one that you saw me initially doing. For this, I'm just going to trim it out a little bit so it can sit on the card front a bit better. Then I just went ahead and I'm going to mount it onto some solid cardstock. Now these two, I forgot to turn the camera on to show you what I did, but all it was really taking those colorful backgrounds that I had created already, and then I took my distress ink and used a flower stencil to make the flowers pop behind it. So I just want to show you how they came out. So it's pretty subtle when you have this really rich background, but I thought it was just enough to really help it create a unique look. I also had this background that I had done with some blue and purple shades. Now this is a stencil that I ended up also buying on Amazon, that I got for myself as a gift. I had run a gift card at a Tricky Tray, and I went ahead and bought these. So I just thought they came out really cool. So super simple way of taking finally those backgrounds that I have greatly ignored, and decided it was time to actually get them into use. For this card, one of the things I decided was a black background, which just kind of pull it back all together. Now, all you really need to do is go ahead and mount them onto some cardstock, pull out some sentiments from your stash, and your card is pretty much done. So if you, like me, make tons of backgrounds, don't forget to go ahead and pull them out every once in a while. It doesn't take much. Put a stencil on top, maybe use it with a die or stamping it a little bit to get some really beautiful cards. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. I hope you have a great day out there. Take care, guys. Bye.